increasing using double chain. I started off with 13 chains at the bottom. I used one chain to turn, and then I did 12 double chains in the 12 chains remaining. On the next row, another 12 double chains. On the third row, I increased one double chain at each end, and then one double chain in the third chain from each end. And you can just about make those out because the holes are slightly bigger in the chains below, and you can see that there are 2 stitches in each chain. A bit more difficult on the ends because double chain is quite a small stitch. What I then did was just a plain row of double chain for the 4th row. You can see that it's already starting to fan because of the increases, and if we do look on top, we will be able to count that there are 16 chains because of the 2 increases at each end, 2 increases in the middle, an extra 4 chains. So we're going to do the same on this 5th row. We're going to increase once at each end, and we're going to increase above the 2 double chains 2 rows below. So we're going to be increasing into the 5th chain from the end. So let's begin. In double crochet, you need to give 1 chain to lift your work. But because at this end, this is going to count as a double chain, we need to give ourselves just 1 more. So it counts as a double chain. You're then going to work a double chain into the last chain of the row below. So what you've done, if you've increased, it's hardly noticeable, but you have increased because we will use the 2nd chain when you work back this way. So 1 chain into each of the next 4, 1 double chain into each of the next 4 chains. And then we should be above the increases below, and we are. There's the increase below. We need to do 2 double chains into this chain. So hook through, bring the yarn through, hook through, bring it through both yarns on the hook. Into the same chain again, so you can see, I'm gently tugging, put the hook through, bring the yarn through. Hook under the yarn, bring it through both yarns on the hook. And you can just make out that you've done 2 in there. You've got 2 chains. So carry on until the 5th chain from the other end, which will take you over the double chains that you worked 2 rows below. And there we are. So hook through, bring through the yarn, hook under the yarn, bring through both yarns on the hook. Once again, hook through, bring through the yarn, hook through, bring it through both yarns on the hook. Carry on to the end, so that's 1, 2, 3. And what we have to do here is a double chain, 2 double chains to do the increase. So you can see we've got 2. Actually, I'm just going to make that a bit loose. I'm not happy with that. Once, twice. Now, because we've increased again 4 times, we should have 20 chains on the hook, on the piece of work. So if we count again back from the final piece of thread, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 there, and 20 being the 2nd chain when you started the row. So when you go back, you will need to work into that chain.